Now, let us look at the tokens in Ethereum. What are they? Are there multiple types and how do they get created? Ethereum tokens are simply digital assets that are being built on top of the Ethereum blockchain. They benefit from Ethereum's existing infrastructure instead of developers having to build an entirely new blockchain. They also strengthen the Ethereum ecosystem by driving demand for Ether, the native currency of Ethereum, needed to power the smart contracts. Ethereum is a platform that can be used to create any arbitrary smart contract, including smart contracts that represent digital assets called Ethereum tokens. This is similar to the Apple's App Store providing a platform for iOS apps, with some apps issuing their own digital currencies that are used within the game or system. However, with Ethereum, there is no centralized entity like Apple that controls what gets added to the App Store. Anyone can create a token on top of Ethereum. Ethereum tokens can represent anything from a physical object like gold to a native currency used to pay transaction fees. In the future, tokens may even be used to represent financial instruments like stocks and bonds. The properties and functions of each token are entirely subject to its intended use. Tokens can have a fixed supply, constant inflation rate, or even a supply determined by sophisticated monetary policy, and they can be used for a variety of purposes such as paying to access a network or for decentralized governance over an organization. Tokens are often issued to the public through a crowd sale called an initial coin offering or an ICO. The creators of the token will issue the token to others in exchange for Ether and sometimes Bitcoin and other digital currencies. There have been many ICOs recently, and in the short time, they have completely changed the way projects are funded. There is no requirement that tokens must be well distributed, although if you are building a decentralized application, ideally you want the tokens to be owned by as many people as possible. Tokens have two characteristics. They can be fungible or non-fungible. Fungible tokens. They are interchangeable, meaning a token can be exchanged with any other token of the same type. Making an analogy with fiat currency, a dollar bill can be exchanged with another dollar bill without making any difference to the holder. They are uniform. All tokens of same type are identical in this specification, meaning each token is identical to another. Divisible. Fungible tokens are divisible into smaller units, and it doesn't matter which units you get as long as the value is the same. In analogy with dollar, it's same if you get $1 bill or 250-cent coins or 4 quarters. ERC-20 standard, the well-known standard on the Ethereum blockchain that allows the issuance of tokens like OMG, SNC, TRX, etc. And what are non-fungible tokens? Non-fungible tokens cannot be replaced with another non-fungible token of the same type. If you lend the token to anyone, you accept that the person to return you the same token and not another one of the same type. Like your birth certificate cannot be replaced by the birth certificate of another person. They're unique. Each token is unique and different to all other tokens of the same kind. Non-fungible tokens cannot be divided. The elementary unit is one token and one token only. ERC 721 is the new standard on the Ethereum blockchain that gives possibility to issue unique non-fungible tokens. Most well-known use cases are CryptoKitties and other crypto collectibles. Let us look at few important ERC standards in detail. ERC 20. One of the most significant Ethereum token is known as ERC 20 and has emerged as an important technical standard. It is used for all smart contracts on the Ethereum blockchain for token implementation and provides a list of rules that all Ethereum-based tokens must follow. The ERC20 introduces a standard for fungible tokens. In other words, they have a property that makes each token be exactly the same in type and value of another token. For example, an ERC20 token acts just like the ETH, meaning that one token is and will always be equal to all other tokens. ERC20 is similar in some respects to Bitcoin, Litecoin, and any other cryptocurrency, as ERC20 tokens are blockchain-based assets that have value and can be sent and received. The primary difference is that instead of running on their own blockchain, ERC20 tokens are issued on the Ethereum network. ERC20 defines a common list of rules. As on October 2019, more than 200,000 ERC20 compatible tokens exist on Ethereum's main network. The ERC20 commands vital importance, and it defines a common list of rules that all Ethereum tokens must adhere to. Some of these rules include how the tokens can be transferred, how transactions are approved, how users can access data about a token, and the total supply of tokens. Consequently, this particular token empowers developers of all types to accurately predict how new tokens will function within the larger Ethereum system. This simplifies the task set forth for developers. They can proceed with their work knowing that each and every new project won't need to be redone every time a new token is released, as long as the token follows the rules. This compliance is also necessary as it ensures compatibility between the many different tokens issued on Ethereum. Plenty of well-known digital currencies use the ERC20 standard, including Maker (MKR), Basic Attention Token (BAT), Augur, and OMG. If you are planning on purchasing any digital currency that's issued as an ERC20 token, you must also have a wallet that is compatible with these tokens. Luckily, because ERC20 tokens are so popular, there are many different options for wallets as well. The other important standard is ERC721. ERC721 is a standard interface for non-fungible tokens, meaning ERC721 tokens are simply a subset of Ethereum tokens. Non-fungible tokens allow developers to tokenize ownership of any arbitrary data, drastically increasing the design space of what can be represented as a token on the Ethereum blockchain. The biggest differentiator of non-fungible token is that each one is tied to a different identifier, making each token unique to its owner. We saw that in the ERC20 token standard, developers can create any number of tokens within one contract. But in ERC721 token standard, each token within the contract holds a different value. Standards of ERC721. The ERC721 standard outlines a set of common rules that all tokens can follow on the Ethereum network to produce expected results. Token standards primarily stipulate the following characteristics about a token. How is ownership decided? How are tokens created? How tokens are transferred? And how tokens are burned. ERC721 is important for a number of reasons, particularly because of the new use cases it enables, as well as its ability to be easily integrated into ecosystem infrastructure. Having a common interface for exchange and wallet operators to easily implement makes non-fungible tokens that much more valuable. Assimilation into the ecosystem makes them more liquid, increase price discovery, and allows anyone in the world to own non-fungible assets. We will also look at another important ERC standard, namely ERC 1155. ERC 1155 is a standard interface for contracts that manage multiple token types. A single deployed contract may include any combination of fungible tokens, non-fungible tokens, or other configurations, for example, semi-fungible tokens. This standard outlines a smart contract interface that can represent any number of fungible and non-fungible token types. Existing standards such as ERC20 require deployment of separate contracts per token type. the ERC 721 standards, token ID is a single non-fungible index and the group of these non-fungibles is deployed as a single contract with settings for the entire collection. In contrast, the ERC 1155 multi-token standard allows for each token ID to represent a new configurable token type, which may have its own metadata, supply, and other attributes. Token standards like ERC 20 and ERC 721 requires a separate contract to be deployed for each token type or collection. This places a lot of redundant bytecode on the Ethereum blockchain and limits certain functionality by the nature of separating each token contract into its own permissioned address. With the rise of the blockchain games and platforms like Engine Coin, game developers may be creating thousands of token types, and a new type of token standard is needed to support them. However, ERC 1155 is not specific to games and many other applications can benefit from this flexibility. New functionality is possible with this design, such as transferring multiple token types at once, saving on transaction costs. Trading of multiple tokens can be built on top of this standard and it removes the need to approve individual token contracts separately. It is also easy to describe and mix multiple fungible or non-fungible token types in a single contract.